Sir, what made you come to this event tonight?
Friends of mine who are working with the rape crisis asked me to come.
Are you an artist?
Yes.
What kind of artist are you,
I'm
sir?
a retired dancer.
Wow. What kind of dance did you do?
Modern and jazz.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So, what did you perform here in Cleveland, Ohio?
No, mostly in Europe.
Wow.
I came back about 10 years, 15 years now.
What do you think about tonight's event and raising funds for a good organization like the Cleveland Rape Crisis Center?
I think it's wonderful. And we're trying to do more for the different organizations by doing more of this type of thing around town. So there'll be other events coming up too.
Yes. Well, it sounds good. Do you dance anymore? Do you go around?
No, I just teach. I retired from Cleveland State about 4 years ago, and I just teach to senior citizens.
And your name, sir?
Louis Naylor.
Wow. Honored to meet you.
You too.
This is Sam Phillips reporting for Liberation Brew. What are you doing here?
I'm carving a logo for the Rape Crisis Center of Cleveland. It's a sculpture based off their logo. It's a sun with like either a dove or a nightingale in front of it.
What brought you here? What kind of artist are you?
I'm a sculptor in Cleveland. I have a studio in Little Italy, and I started doing ice sculpture about a couple months ago, and I know one of the people that are getting this whole benefit together, and she had asked me to do a performance tonight for the benefit.
Wow. And your name and the name of your studio?
Grantham Arts. And the name of the ice sculpture studio is Arctic Forms. It's new.
Wow, sounds good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, I'll let this man get back to work. And this is Sam Phillips reporting from the hood. Trying to get the stories that Channel 8 and Channel 3 and Channel 5 will not cover. This is Sam Phillips. What do you think about tonight's event?
I think it's wonderful. A lot of people come together just for a good cause. It's not dealing with wars, not dealing with other things, but it's a cause that's well needed for people to come together, to try to heal some of the wounds of some of the victims that's been going through some of the things. I think this is an excellent event to show you the real loyalty and dedications of Americans.
Do you think people have to start coming more together and start to try to come up with a cure for the ills of the world? Because it seems like there's so much cold-bloodedness and greed and evil. What do you think about that, sir?
What I think about it is that as Americans, if we can just come together and put our time and our emphasis in real issues, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be excellent.
What do you think about the war in Iraq and all that, man? And the violence over there and just a lot of young service to get a college education or whatever. What do you think about that?
Well, what I think is that as Americans as a whole, we need to stop voting period, because whether it's Democrat or Republican, we have innocent people going miles and miles just to be murdered, and right here in our own country, it still ain't making a difference. Nothing but a bunch of kids coming home in body bags. And with the money that's being spent just for our children and our kids to go over there to be murdered, we can use that money right here in our own country to help with gang crisis and drug dealers and child molestation and things like that.
Well, thank you very much. This is Sam Phillips reporting for Liberation Brew at the Holiday Hop in Ohio City, better known as the Hood when I was growing up.
Yeah.
This is Sam Phillips reporting for Liberation Brew TV for the Holiday Hop, Hip Hop, good cause to raise money for the Rape Crisis Center. Sir, this is Mike Roman from the ABC Tavern in West 25th Street. What do you think about this event, sir?
Oh, it's going for a good cause. It was successful last year, and I think it's all the merchants participating need a back slap, and I hope it goes well tonight. The weather not cooperating as well, but I think it'll turn out right.
Well, Mike, I knew you for years. You've always been a good guy, man. What made you get on board for this great cause?
Well, it's the cause itself. I mean, it is for a rape crisis center, which needs attention drawn to it, and it gets people involved, and it'll get bigger every year. More participation.
Well, thank you very much. This is Sam Phillips reporting from Ohio City, West 25th Street. But it's really the Hood when I was growing up here, when Mike was growing up. All the fancy restaurants can't change it. Ma'am, why did you get involved in this?
I was invited by the O'Sullivans.
And I heard you're a jazz vocalist?
Somewhat, yes.
What do you think about tonight's event?
Say that again?
What do you think about tonight's event?
I think it's a very nice event, and I'm glad that people came out, considering the weather that has a tendency to make people stay away.
Well, we're going to record you singing in here in a couple minutes, and it's great honor to meet you.
Okay, thank
This
you.
is Sam Phillips reporting from the Hood, West 25th Street, Ohio City. Call it what you call it. it will always be the ghetto in my book. This is Sam Phillips reporting for Liberation Brew at the Holiday Hip Hop here in Ohio City. Ma'am, what do you think about tonight's event?
I think it's fantastic that all these people are taking time on this blistery winter night to come out and help support the Rape Crisis Center.
How did you hear about this event?
Well, actually, it was announced on a local email service called Neo Ohio Pile, and we, of course, I manage this group, the O'Sullivans, and we felt this was an important cause to come out and support.
You know, what does all your friends and family? I seem like there's a lot of people here. I've been to a number of businesses. Seem like they're pretty well packed. What do you think about tonight's event?
I think it's terrific. The people are really turning out, and everybody knows that it's important to come on out and support the Rape Crisis Center.
Do you think people are getting sick and tired of all the violence and all the, you know, everything that's going on in the world, and people want to like make a stand and come out and support like good causes like the Cleveland Rape Crisis Center?
I think that's certainly part of it, and of course all of us are concerned because I believe the numbers are something like 4 in 10 women are going to be assaulted in their lifetime, so it's bound that one of us is going to know someone that's been assaulted, so it's an important cause and it's something we all need to get involved with.
Do you think it's important that anybody that's watching this broadcast that they come forward if they ever get assaulted and report these crimes, because that's the only way you're really going to stop it?
Oh, absolutely, because the numbers probably don't represent the true numbers of how many women and men are assaulted in their lifetime. So yes, I hope that's part of what happens here, that people see that there's community support and there's people that really do think that this is an important cause and an important event. And well, I hope it motivates people to come out.
Well, thank you very much. This is Sam Phillips reporting from the Nimbulus Art Studio on West 25th Street. The city is hopping. People are out in full force to support the Cleveland Rape Crisis Center. Maybe there's hope for the human race after all. This is Sam Phillips reporting from the Nimbulus Art Studio on West 25th Street. Sir, what do you think about tonight's event?
It's fabulous. Great crowd, a lot of fun, great people. It's a good thing.
How did your art studio get involved in this project?
Well, it's kind of a geographical thing where it's all the art studios in the neighborhood, and we just happen to be in the neighborhood, so here we are.
Have you been seeing a good crowd tonight?
Yes, steady people, good crowd, a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know, I talked to Mike Kaplan. He runs the studio here, doesn't he? He has some artwork here?
Actually, I'm a glass artist. I blow glass over at Mike Kaplan's studio, the Glass Bubble Project. It's right across the street, yes.
So what do you think about raising awareness about violence and about discrimination and about nastiness in our world?
In light of what's going on in society today, it's a very, very good thing.
Well, thank you very much. See, ladies and gentlemen, there is hope. There's good people out here. Sir, what do you think about this event tonight?
So far it's really good. We've had a decent turnout, lots of people coming through, buying artwork. And of course, 20% of all the pieces sold today are donated to the Rape Crisis Center. And so far it's a good show.
How did you find out about this?
We were actually contacted directly by the Rape Crisis Center. As an artist myself and our partners, we've donated to the Rape Crisis Center before for the other fundraisers. And when they found out we were running a gallery here in Ohio City, they said, hey, you know, would you be willing to be on part of this Ohio City Art Hop? And we jumped at the chance. Why not? It's a good cause.
What do you think people have to do to come together and stop all this violence and environmental destruction? Now we have a war in Iraq and everything. Us as people, what do you think we can do to help shape events to make it a better world for all of us?
Well, you know, that's a pretty broad question. I don't know if I could answer all of it, but, you know, I really think it's just a matter of personal respect. I think if people raise their awareness of everyone around them and just respect each other, I think that would go a long way to not only solving world problems, national problems, but local problems as well.
And your name again?
My name's Colin Toke, and I'm the director here at Nimbus Gallery, and we're a co-op gallery of 9 artists here in Ohio City.
Well, thank you very much. This is Sam Phillips reporting from the Nimbus of the Hip Hop here at West 25th Street.